So have you ever forgotten about a holiday at the last minute and gone to a flower shop to get your flowers and you realize that all that's left are a couple of bunches of roses and you don't know what to do? Today I will give you the information that you need to be able to design a dozen roses by yourself. I've been in floral design for a year and I've worked under master designers who have 20 plus years experience combined. One of the first tools that you need is going to be your vase. You need to make sure to select the correct vase size. If you select the wrong size, either your flowers won't be tall enough or they'll be too tall for the arrangement. A good dozen vase runs about 8 inches tall. The other important thing you need to know about your vase is the size of the mouth hole. The mouth hole is where you actually place the flowers and the fillers. And if it's not large enough, you won't be able to fit all of your fillers and your flowers in there. And if it's too large, it'll look floppy and fall off to the side. The next thing you're going to need is a pair of sharp shears. It's very important to have sharp shears because if they're too dull, you can just bend the flower without cutting it. And you want to make sure you get a clean cut so that the flowers are able to absorb the water again. Now that we've discussed the tools that you need, we can start with the fillers and the greens. This green is called leatherleaf. It is the most widely used among florists. The stems are very small, which allow for room to put other flowers into the vase, while the tops are full, which allow for a full arrangement. The filler we're going to be using in our example today is going to be baby's breath. Baby's breath is a thin stem that branches off with small, puffy flowers at the top. Now, you don't have to use this. You have other options available to you. Caspi is one of them. There is wax flower, which is also very pretty, and status. Now that we know the flowers that we need, the fillers that we need, and the tools, we can start with the arrangement. How you're going to begin is you're going to take 2 greens, put them in opposite directions so they create an X at the bottom of the vase. Once this is done, turn it, do the same thing with another 2. And what it's going to create is a nest or a web right here that is going to allow to hold on to the flowers and the fillers so that they don't fall over. You're going to continue one piece at a time, putting them at an angle so that they continue to cross down here at the bottom to hold everything in place. Once you get to this point, if you see any gaps at the top, you can add a couple more greens to fill in any holes, which is what we've done here. Now your next step is to add your baby's breath. The typical rule of thumb that I like to use is to add it about 4 inches apart. That way it gives you a good filler. There's no exact science for baby's breath. You just want to have about an equal ratio of baby's breath to greens. Then it's onto the roses. The roses, if they have ugly petals, don't simply throw the rose away. All you have to do is peel away the ugly petals and you have a brand new rose all over again. So you're going to start with a very long rose that's straight up and down. You want to cut it so that it's about 1 inch above your greens and filler. This is going to be the centerpiece of your arrangement. Now, to do the sides, you want to hold the flower exactly how you need it to be angled and at the height. And you're going to use the bottom of your container as your guide as to where you want to cut it. And as you can see, it's going to fit in there perfectly. Now, once you do that, we're going to continue all the way around the bottom to form a ring of 8 roses. They'll come in about 4 inches apart, and that's going to be the bottom of your arrangement. You'll be left with 3 roses left over, and what you want to do is use them to form a triangle shape around the center rose and between the 8. So this is what it'll look like once you get those last 3 in there. Then all you have to do is spruce it up, add a bow, and voila, you have a dozen roses. Now, this is not an exact science. Flower design is however you want to do it, and everybody will find their own way to do it. These are just the basic steps you need to get started, so thank you for listening.